Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Greg McCloskey with the Forex Quick Look at the Aussie versus US dollar. When I look at this chart, what do I see? Well, for one, I see the lower highs coming through here. If you recall from yesterday's trade, the market moved above the 200-day moving average. That's this green line right here. It's an overlay on the hourly chart and could not sustain momentum. The market rotated to the downside and trading here today. We moved up toward that 200-day moving average in the Asia session, backed off, then moved back up against it or near this trend line here. And again found sellers in the early New York session. So we are seeing lower highs here. We had resistance near the 200-day moving average, and the high price in trading right here also stalled against the 38.2% retracement of the move up from this low right here to this high right here. So there's a number of different reasons why the we're seeing lower levels, lower highs in the Aussie versus US dollar. That's more of a bearish bias. Now, let's go to the other side and take a look at the lows. And when we look at the lows here, I drew a trend line here connecting lows going back to here, which also connected right here. And in trading here today, the market fell below that trend line, also fell below the 200-hour moving average. That's a green line in this chart. It did that again on Monday as well, a number of different times, and on Friday as well. So getting below those levels is not unusual. What stalled the fall in trading here today was a 61.8% retracement of the same move to the upside. That is from this low right here to this high right here. And the market stalled against that level and rotated to the upside. So if there are lower highs coming through here, there's more or less higher lows coming through here. Also, we're above the 200-hour moving average and above we held the 61.8% retracement. So buyers and sellers are battling it out. And what I do know is that with this convergence of these lower downward sloping trend line on the top side and upward sloping trend line on the downside, well, what we're getting at is that the range in between each of those levels is only about 30 pips. If I were to go down to 61.8% retracement, it's around 41 pips. And typically, what is the average trading range for the Aussie versus US dollar? Well, I like to look at the last 20 trading days. And if I put this up, this shows that the last 22 trading days, which is about a month of trading, the average trading range is 73 pips. So going back to the Aussie versus US dollar, again, if we take this high right here and this low right here, the range, if we were to trade that range in between resistance and support, would be about 42 pips. That's well below the average over the last 22 trading days. So what does that say? That says we're due for, just the way the technicals are set up, for a break either to the upside or to the downside, right? So we should see in the new trading day something either in this direction to the upside, maybe go test the 200-day moving average, see if we can get above that on more bullish news for the Aussie versus US dollar, bearish news for the US dollar, or we see a break below the 200, break below the 61.8% retracement, and maybe come down to this swing area through here where we had a ceiling through here, and then it became a floor. We haven't been to it since that time, so we'd look something like that. So that would be something that we would potentially gear up toward, and we'll see how it all plays out. In between, by the way, these two extremes through here, we do have the 50% retracement of the move, same move. That low comes in 0.6711, and that might be a barometer for the either the upside or downside in trading here today. If the price can hold the 50% retracement, maybe we start to look toward these high prices and extend up that way. If the price moves below those 50% retracement, maybe we move down toward the 200, toward the 61.8, and further on down to the swing level on the downside. That's just a guess. We'll see how it all plays out. So there's a technical look and my views about the Aussie versus US dollars. We head toward the new trading day. My name is Greg McCloskey. Good fortune with your trading. Bye-bye now.